Today we have Tirrick Obadiah Smith, often referred to as the universal artist. This man has traveled this entire world over the years while building a brand that has blessed him with fame, fortune, power, recognition, and admiration. Today, on the Lois and Lamar Talk Show, you all will have the opportunity to gain an insight on where he has been, where he is currently, and where he plans to travel to. The wait is finally over. I introduce you all to the one and only Hollywood #1 go-to man, Tirrick Obadiah Smith. Tirrick, welcome.
Hey, yo, what's up, man?
What's happening? What's happening? How you feeling? How you feeling?
Welcome to the show.
Oh, you look beautiful.
So happy to have you here.
So happy to be here.
Yo, it's real good to have you, man. Like, you know, we see that you've been doing a lot of big things.
Thank you.
I've seen you all over Facebook, all over Instagram. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. But we know you've come through a lot of things, and I have to say, first of all, you know, thanks for coming down to Lois and Lamar. Like,
Thank you, man. I appreciate
man,
it.
he could have, listen, y'all, he could have went anywhere else. Anywhere. But he came down to bless you, see the good people at Lois and Lamar. See, that's what they love about. That's what that love is about.
I came exactly where I felt like I belonged, and I thank y'all for having me and for blessing me with this honor to be a part of your platform. Just so we can share this moment. So many great things are happening, and just to be able to chat about them, motivate, inspire, and encourage others to live their dreams and pursue their destiny, and to do it right here at the Lois and Lamar Show is a dream come true in itself. So I thank y'all for having me.
And it is truly an honor to have you on the show, Tirrick.
Another one for the black man.
Yes.
How early did things take off for you? And how did you handle the pressure of the entertainment, of the entrepreneur world and entertainment industry at such a young age?
You took me back. We're not going to tell them how far back, but you took me back.
How old were you?
When I realized it, 4. I truly believe that I came into the world with the destiny.
Okay.
So I visualized it as I came in with it. With the talents, with the capabilities, with the creativity, with the vision, missions, and goals that I turn into goals. I feel like I came into this world with that thing because I think I was blessed from my higher power with it.
Nice.
Now, me being blessed with it coming into the world, natural born gifts and talents, and then me realizing it were 2 different things. So I would say around 4 years old is when I said, wait a minute, something's going on here.
Yeah.
And I believe that when you tap into your own capabilities, you find out you're very different from the person sitting to your left or your right. Not necessarily better than them, but different from them, because everyone's blessing is different from the next man or woman.
Your divine individuality.
Exactly. So once I tapped into it at 4 years old, and my father was in the business, James Moore. He was a musician and loved to sing and entertain, but he also was a serial entrepreneur himself who owned several businesses, a trucking company.
He's an OG.
Yeah, OG of the business.
Yeah, he is.
And he owned gas stations and things of that nature. So I kind of had the first step in. He began to train me the tools on balancing checkbooks and things like that, and those beginning elements to run a business. But unfortunately, he passed when I was only 11 years old.
Oh, so you only got half of the manuscript?
Only got half of the manuscript. And from there, I said, well, what's next? What do I do from here, because I'm on my own?
Yeah.
My mother was a hard worker woman, but she was also a nurturer for the family. But she was in a different realm of things. She took care of the other stuff as a wife, you know, and as a mother. So I said, well, where do I learn everything else? And I began to sink my head, man, and into the books, tons of research, and tapping into who I am as an artist and as a businessman. And I had to grow into who I was as self.
You had to bury yourself into research.
And from there, man, fruits began. There you go. And fruits began to grow and begin to flourish. So I was very young. Taking my bite out of that fruit was one thing, but learning how to balance the fruits, because you have to carry them things, was a total different thing. And that can become overwhelming when you have walking into your greatness is not always something that's easy to handle.
That's not everyone can do it.
That's what, you know, it's it can become overwhelming. It can become a task to be able to say, well, I have all these many hats that I'm wearing, but learning how to wear them is a little different, and learning how to wear them straight
so they can work for you.
It's different, so they can work for me. So it was a journey.
It was a journey, yes. So
it was a journey.
You basically have answered the next question that I had for you. I wanted to know if you were self-taught or if you were trained, and it seems like you pretty much did all the research and the hard work yourself to get to where you are today. Okay.
Yeah, much of it even balance. Some are self-taught, some are self-taught, and some are given the tools throughout their entire journey. I was a person who, because my father was there through those 11 years, I was given that training, but then had to go into becoming self-taught for the additional information.
And you basically learned how to just juggle it all yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Kind of like what we was talking about earlier. You stop and kind of just work with what you got.
You had to work with what you got. Yeah.
Staying humble while achieving so many accomplishments can become a huge challenge for some. How do you keep such a leveled head while becoming so successful?
Understanding that there's a master plan, and that I'm only the artist that was placed in the overall design. The master plan, I was blessed. You understand what I'm saying? These are things that, I didn't go to a tree one day and say, hey, I want creativity. I want a singing voice. I want to be able to direct films. I want to be, I was given these blessings. They were blessings. And I turned those blessings into becoming tools, skills, and resources.
You're giving wisdom.
Exactly. So that keeps me humble. Another thing that keeps me humble is understanding that there are people that I need to motivate and inspire in order for them to ever lend me their ear or eye long enough to soak in any information. I can't be up here.
That's right.
I have to be able to be on every level possible to educate.
That's right.
So that's humbling myself is and I want to add this is that humbling does not equal out to be non-confident. You can be extremely, and I think sometimes that becomes the confusing part where
it's humbling with belittling.
Exactly. And you can be confident and say, listen, look at me today. I look good. I feel good. I know what I'm doing. I know how to execute what I need to do with also being humble.
Yeah.
You know, so
you can live or you don't have to live loud.
It's all about even balance.
That's right. We out here still on the Lewis Lamar Show, and you see what's going on behind us. And look, you are like so admired, so I actually had to write down some questions and take it even further. This is why I had this paper early, because I actually wanted to physically write this down, give her a copy, make sure, because it's just too much. I want you to get this out.
Understand?
You understand me? So that's just what it is. All right. Hey, sometimes we need the paper. So hey, real life. But listen, Tirrick, you're so admired. Tell me, what are some of the reasons that you felt like your brand needed to motivate, you and other people around the world? Like, tell me, what did you have to do for that?
One of the things that I enjoy witnessing is watching folks become successful. That's very important to me. It built for our social sense and for society and the building of our communities. We have to create the next generations of entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So that's important to me. It can't just be about self. When you are starting a new business or expanding your existing business, there has to be a more important cause behind that thing. Your success as it continues to build and build, you have rich, but there's really not a such thing as richer. Rich is rich. Rich is rich. You can become more wealthy. But once you're rich, you're just rich.
Yeah, you start at rich and then you go to wealthy.
Exactly.
There is no richer.
Exactly.
There's
wealthier, but there's not any richer. So I wanted to just feel more rich within my companies. I wanted to make sure I motivate and inspire upcoming entrepreneurs and existing business owners who wanted to expand their brands, and reinforce that they can do it, that they can reach that next level of their success. Let me tell you, success bothers some folks that witness you doing it. And if somebody is not there to help reinforce those haters,
that's right.
reinforce that love thy enemy. You have to reinforce these business owners that or want to jump into becoming entrepreneurs, that you're going to have the haters, you're going to have people trying to disrupt your visions, try to come in between you and your missions.
You make them feel bad.
Exactly. You
so remind them of what they should be doing.
Exactly. So I just wanted to motivate our folks out there that wanted to go into business for themselves, that in spite of all of that you can still make it. Every man, woman, boy, or girl, that you can fulfill your dream. So I use my brands, my businesses to reinforce them.
Right. Tell me, man. Like, I'm feeling everything you're going, and I'm definitely feeling a positive energy. You know, like people that are going to see this episode and watching it, they're going to be feeling this from you as well. So this is your stage. Like, what made you like want to become like a serial entrepreneur? Like, you just really go all in like that.
Determination, the drive, the motivation, the passion. I'm gonna take y'all back a little bit to when we were mentioning when I first started. That thing that I mentioned when I said I recognized at 4 years old that I had something within me that needed to be demonstrated and presented to the world. That thing was passion. And I'm gonna tell you something about strong passion. Strong passion is like the flame to a candle that can't be put out. And through that journey, many are going to try to. That's their main objective.
Yeah.
So you know how when the lights go out in your home and you have to reach and get you a candle and light it.
That's right.
But as you're walking through the house, that flicker begins to go like that, and it gets to a point where you think that thing may almost cop out.
That's right.
And then sometimes you got to go like that. Just to hold your hand around to keep it from going out. That flame has to be your passion, and so many times there's going to be other souls of energy that's going to try to blow that thing so much to where it blows out, but you have to have that flame of passion, and that's what was my initial spark, which I talk about in my book, Road Trip to Success. I don't care. All the other stuff that you have planned for your careers, or your new business, or expanding your existing business, all that stuff is irrelevant if your passion isn't in line.
Absolutely.
So that's your flame. Keep it lit, because they're going to try to put it out.
They're going to try.
They're going to try.
Tirrick, what advice would you give an individual who wants to break into the entertainment industry? What advice would you have to offer to them?
Do not close your eye to the dream. Do not go to sleep on that dream. Do not allow people to interfere with that dream. Do not allow anyone to disrupt that dream. Those things are going to hit you constant. You have to remain focused. You have to remember that you're not in it for them. The fans and the supporters will come along with hard work, dedication, and execution. Keep your eyes on forward. Don't lose sight. Don't lose sight for 1 minute. Stay dedicated to your mission, and you will accomplish it. I've been in the business for some time: film, television, theater, music, literature, which people forget about as a form of entertainment.
Yes.
I've been in those areas of the spectrum for many years, going all the way back to my teenage years, acting in plays, and I've done pageantry work. Helping people finalize and perfect their talent category and evening wear category and presentation categories. I've been in every spectrum of the entertainment industry to know that it's all comes with hard work and investing time in becoming the best you can be at what you've been were designed to be. All right. Practice makes perfect, and until you reach perfect, keep practicing.
What makes you so different than the average, entrepreneur or anything that sets you really apart from the rest of them that's trying to, build their own brand? Like, what is it about you that makes you personally shine with that?
My hard work, my focus, and my execution.
Okay.
Yeah, there's many, when you have you have different types of people that pursue different types of things, and each of us bring a different type of work performance. You ever heard that saying where you get out what you put in?
That's right.
And if that means working around, those beginning years are tough now. So those beginning years, that means working around the clock and coming up with no excuses. That means that if you have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and get to a set for 20 hours to only go back home and have 2 hours, and in that 2 hours have family time, dinner, and pray, you do it. So it's that determination to not stop until you get to where you want to be. Not stop at all. I don't care what color the light is, green, yellow, or red. You don't stop.
All right.
You run right through it. So for me, I studied everyone else first. Everyone else that was in the industry already. I studied their strongest suits, and I mastered those. And from there, I recognized their weak suits, and I mastered those.
Dropping knowledge.
And that's how I became Hollywood's #1 go-to man. I made sure that I equipped myself in areas where they weren't equipped in.
So you had to even out the playing field.
Exactly.
You succeeded where they kind of fell short then.
Exactly. And we have so many Hollywood greats, you know, so I don't dim any lights. You know, we have some greats. We have the Cicely Tysons. We have the Lee Daniels. We have, and I'm not going to drop too many names, but
we know who they are.
You get what I'm saying? We have all those amazing greats, and they've taught me a lot, you know, just by looking at their work ethics and how they perform out their duties when producing a project from start to finish. I grasped all those knowledge and those skills. So I don't dim any lights on that. But what I had to do is, when we speak about branding, I still had to find my niche and what I can do to not only be able to kind of do the things that Lee Daniels do, but what can I do that maybe I haven't seen Lee do yet? And that's when you become a creator on a whole, in your own lane. In your own lane. There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
A young man who always has a project or some type of production in the works. Can you fill us in on what's next?
Yeah, I always have something in the works.
There's always something in the works. If you're that guy, if you're the Hollywood go-to man, you always got something in the works. What kind of question is that?
Is any of it Oscar-worthy?
All of it. It's all of it's Oscar-worthy, but we're going to cross our hands and hope I get one. Let's all cross hands on that.
We're going to cross hands. We're going to pray on that. Pray for him, y'all.
Yeah, so I have films coming up. I'm working on a feature film next year, which is titled No Way Out, which is a psychological in between horror and thriller, but it's a mind game movie. It's really good. Another one. Yeah, so it's one of them films that through about 20 minutes you gotta really think and put some puzzles together, man. It would have you like, whoa, you know. So I'm excited about that. We're looking to release that next fall of 2020. We go into shooting in the spring. I just released the book Road Trip to Success, which is my entrepreneurial how-to guide. Is doing amazing, great reviews, won 4 out of 5 stars in just 24 hours of its release, of hitting shelves. I'm excited about that. We have some television. I have about 10 films that'll be coming up. I have 10 television shows that I have created that'll be produced and coming to networks. I have 10 Broadway productions that I've created that will be coming to Broadway stage.
5 Fingers of Death.
Yeah, I have 10. I have 9 remaining books. I just released 1, so we have 9 more remaining of that, and that'll line me up for all of those slates. So I'm going to keep Hollywood busy. It's going to open up plenty of opportunity for production crews, production casts, for talents, for talent agencies, for the union, I mean, it opens up for the studios. It's going to open up a whole, I'm not even going to say another lane,
just a lane
for the world to work
period.
So we on popping and rolling, and we're going to be working.
Like, tell me, like, this book, like, you know, that you're like the supreme author and everything. Like, tell me, what does the book Road to Success, why, you know, I heard it has like a little different spin to it than other things, you know, so how would you explain that different spin on Road to Success? One of the ways that I've learned how to become a businessman
And throughout the years, I've been fortunate enough, again, I'm blessed. It comes with all humbleness to know that my name now has been recognized all throughout the world. And I say that with all and complete humbleness. That's a blessing, and I wouldn't take it back from the world. And every day I get up, I thank God for giving me that blessing, because I'm not just using it to become a successful businessman. My success is educating, motivating, and inspiring others to become what I am. So I'm using that as a platform. But I say that to say, one of the ways that I educated myself was not just sitting in conference rooms or sitting in studio sets, listening in on a fellow filmmaker.
Yeah.
One of the ways I educated myself, man, we got to get back to the days of reading.
That's right.
You know, technology is great, and Google, thank you, Google.
Google,
but
is the oracle.
Yeah, it's the oracle, and we have so many platforms we can go to get immediate fact.
Yes.
But what we have to do is, at some point, once in a while, we have to go back to an actual page turner and learn the lessons that lead up to that fact.
That's right.
We all want to go after this word success, but success is a fact. So you have to fill in the holes of the journey of how to get there, and everyone's story is different, but we have to go back to the literature. So this literature that I recently created, developed, and produced, Road Trip to Success, was I wanted to give it a new spin. Instead of it being a novel or a how-to, a go-to guide, how-to, of entrepreneurship, I wanted it to be a journey. And I said, when I think of a journey, it takes me back to being a kid and my family saying, and I had come from a large family, and we used to have a car, a Riviera. I don't know if y'all remember Rivieras. Then we had a Cadillac, and then we had a mini, we had a van back in the day that used to stand on this last two wheels.
Listen, my people's had a rabbit.
Yeah, but the way we used to see journeys and take journeys, my family used to say, I don't know how y'all going to fit, but get in there and we taking a road trip.
That's right.
And I said, I'm going to take my readers on a road trip. So what I did was I took them through a navigational read. So I have a chapter called Passengers. You have to watch who you taking on your entrepreneur journey, because some will help that ship sell and some going to help it sink. So, and then I have a chapter where I talk about navigation, you being your navigational system. You have to use this and you have to use this. And with those two things, your intuition, and if it don't smell right, you take another detour.
That's right.
And that detour, you want to have to know your directional sense of how to get, because you're going to need to take different directions, but it should lead you to your final destination and not too far off of being on time. Because sometimes we could take a detour, but if you have it where you want your brand to launch summer of 2020, you want to launch 2020.
Yeah, and you have this time frame.
You have to detour, but you also want to arrive at that final destination on time. So it teaches you how to navigate, but arrive where you want to arrive on time. And I have speed limit, how to make sure that although you're traveling at, you're a business owner, although you're traveling at the speed for your business, you're traveling at the speed for your business, but your speeds ain't my speed.
Totally,
So I'm not going to fall off because I want to keep up with Lois and Lamar. We can help motivate each other, but I have to go according to my own speed or I'll derail.
Because we're 3 different cars.
We're 3 different cars. So basically it puts you in Road Trip to Success, puts readers into the mindset of being an entrepreneurial vehicle traveling an entrepreneurial road trip. So I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you all grab you a copy.
Yo, like I'm telling you, like even by the way that you broke down whole success, like your meaning of success is totally different than the average person would really even say that. When they just hear the word success, they think just sitting in a hotel sipping on mojitos all day.
There you go. And I'm gonna ask y'all this, and I know y'all asking the questions, but I want to ask y'all this.
You got it.
How about this? Would you? And we have some great entrepreneurial books out there. But I think it was time that we should be able to read a book about entrepreneurship and it be fun.
Yeah.
I'm a fun guy.
Yeah.
I'm not just this guy where everything is suited up all the time. Y'all see me today
Yeah.
where you know, you look sharp.
You know
Wait,
that.
I'm being upstaged by
about
Lamar.
form and fashion. We
Yeah,
just
yeah,
regular
yeah.
people.
I'm being
Just
upstaged.
ordinary people.
This the smooth guy. This GQ. We don't know if we shooting Lois Lamar or GQ.
Hey, you know, we just keep it funky
Yeah, yeah.
over here, you know, South
But-
Jersey and Philly. Just keep it
Yeah,
funky.
yeah, but I'm a fun guy, and I wanted that to shine through in the book, and I talk a lot about that where,
Yeah.
you know, it's okay to be, even the top executives you could find on a golf site or a golf field on the weekends just in a polo top, having a good time. So I wanted to, if I asked myself at the beginning of developing this book, I said, do I want to do a book that's very black and white? Or do I want a book with some color to it where my readers can say, oh snap, now I'm on a navigational system. Let me view me as a navigational system. Oh, this is getting good. Oh yeah, because these passengers, they can be something,
They
you
can
know.
be something, yeah.
They can, and I talk about even, is it smart to bring your family members into the mix of your being a business owner, bringing them into your enterprise? And
That's very important.
yeah, so I talk about all
you
of
really
that.
want to do that. Your
Yeah.
heart wants you to do that.
Exactly.
It's not always the smartest thing, you know.
Yeah,
but, you know.
So I wanted it to be a page turner. I wanted it to be fun. When you think about a road trip, what's more exciting than knowing at the end of this book, I will arrive where I envisioned to be.
we going to Wally World.
There you go, Wally World. There you go, man.
No matter what.
There you go. Yep.
No, listen, man. Like I could just say, like, you know, this has been a really, really like great interview. I've actually felt the energy on this, you know, completely. You know, I want you to tell people, like, you know, where can they find you? You know?
I'm all over. Right now I am on my promotional book tour for A Road Trip to Success. It kicked off in my hometown, Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. Yeah, so it kicked off here. From there I went to New York City. Next I'll be stopping in Atlantic City. I'm going to be hitting Atlanta, Chicago, Los Angeles, which y'all know is my stomping grounds
you know
as well.
yeah, each one of them.
New York City I just hit. I want to also update you all that may be out there looking for a way to contact me. I not only have a West Coast office location in Laguna Beach, California, but I also have a office location that I recently opened on Wall Street, at 99 Wall Street in New York City.
You say
So
Wall Street?
Wall Street. So
I gotta take my hat off for that
come
one.
take a
That's hot. I
yeah.
gotta take my hat off
Come
for that
take come up
You on Wall
yeah
Street
come
like
up
that.
and see me. Come for a walkthrough. I'll serve y'all a few hors d'oeuvres and we can talk some business.
Wines and cheeses.
Your
and
wines
stuff.
and cheeses and things, right? So other than that, Road Trip to Success is for sale on all digital platforms. Amazon. It's on Apple Books, Barnes and Noble for the Nook. It's on everything imaginable. But it's also you can get a printed copy at thebookpatch.com. You can get a copy at my website, on my website at www.tirrickobadiahsmith.com. If you're looking to follow any of my social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, my YouTube channel, please subscribe and follow. That's going to be on and popping. I have a lot of great things, including cash prize giveaways. Contests are coming up that we're going to be doing giveaways for that. Follow me. I have some rewarding things coming your way, so I want to get you all involved. I want to do some giveaway packages for all of y'all. Please follow me. And the thing about my social media platforms is, guess what? I follow y'all back. So
Hey,
so
how many people really do that?
How many people
Hey.
do that? So I'm excited, and I'll be waiting for y'all at all of those platforms. I promise to follow you all back so we can actually gain an intimate connection. And it won't be my team doing it for me. It'll be me. So I love you all, and I thank you all for having me on this show today. And I appreciate this opportunity to be on the Lois and
Thank you.
Lamar show.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. It has really been a pleasure to us, and we're just so happy that you took the time out to allow your journey to be a part of me and Lamar's journey. And we just thank God for you, and we just wish you all the best out there with your book on Road to Success. And if you're back in the area, come back and see us again.
Come
I
back,
sure
man.
will.
Come
I
back,
sure
check
will.
us out, fill us in on what's going on next. And
I sure
Thank
will.
you.
listen,
All right.
if we even having another show, come back and sit with us, and maybe some more talent may come your way.
Got you.
You may got some questions for them.
Absolutely.
We'll come back out here, and it's gonna be a dress down day. I'll be in the tank top.
I'm looking
I'm
looking forward to it, and you never know. I may join y'all crew. I may be the camera guy's assistant. Right?
This is what it's about, because it's all about family on the Lois and Lamar show, you know, and let everyone out there know that, you know, our journey truly is your journey.
Thank you.
Know, we all go through these things, and we all have different lanes because we're all different cars.
Yeah.
I love, while I'm sitting there riding in my lane, I like to look to the left and the right to see who else is, you know, traveling at this speed.
You have to know your competition, and I talk about that in the book as well.
And
you
we're
have
all
to
going
know
the same direction.
It's enough opportunities out there that we don't even have to be like crabs trying to crawl our way over top of each other. Just stay in your lane, perfect, and do what you're going to do, and your car is going to drive itself, which I also talk in the book. It's called cruise control. When you get to that level and your business is driving on its own due to your hard work and dedication and execution, your car is going to be in cruise control. You can tap into that feature. You don't even have to drive it. It's driving itself. It's driving itself. The sales, the revenue, the opportunity, the growth, it's doing it on its own. It's flipping its own opportunities.
Manifested into it.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, again, thank you for coming on the show, and we thank all of you for tuning in and watching the Lois and Lamar TV talk show. You know we love you, and we thank you.
Don't come back now, yeah?